Good afternoon, good morning. This is Mark Johnson, the CEO of Loyalty 360. I hope everyone is well. Today I wanted to introduce you to a new series from Loyalty 360. We are pleased to announce our Top 10 series. Loyalty 360 will produce a video series where we seek prudent and timely insight, analysis, and best practices from a group of recognized and well-respected thought leaders in customer channel and brand loyalty, hence the Top 10. These responses will be addressing the challenges and opportunities the industry is facing today, as we, as a trade association for the industry, are seeing them from the brands and marketers who comprise our wonderful community. Tune in over the next several weeks for more episodes in this series, and be sure to like our YouTube channel and give us feedback as to some of the opportunities and challenges that you are seeing and you would like us to address in this Top 10 series. This week, in our inaugural episode, we talked to the leaders, our top 10, with regard to challenges pertaining to COVID-19 and how that has changed customer loyalty. So let's give this a look. Thank you.
I think it's changed like everything else. I think loyalty programs are being stress tested right now to see if they're really up to speed and capable of delivering and flexible enough and meaningful enough to consumers. They'll never be more powerful than a product or service that the brand is offering, but they should be an enabler. Those who have omni-channel presence, especially strong e-commerce presence, are probably more able to maintain than those who are not. Coming out of this, to whatever the new world order is, I think consumers will be looked at a little differently, and their retention and their optimization will be more important. It's a big deal. So how our loyalty programs changed or affected? They've become critical, even more critical if that's even possible.
Hi, this is Marty Beller. I'm the president of Kobie Marketing. And from my perspective, it's changing in all the absolute best ways. When you think about the way this industry started, it was around understanding customer behavior and figuring out ways to modify that in order to get to top of mind for that brand as well as top of wallet. And over time, we really have skewed much more to top of wallet. But as time has gone on, we all want to understand how to actually engage with that consumer completely differently. And I think people are getting back to that voice of customer view so that they can understand how customers are responding to such an unbelievable amount of change, and figuring out how to meet those customers exactly where they are in order to drive that long-term loyalty. There's just more time between transactions today than there has been in the past, no matter what industry you're in. And so I think during this pandemic, we're getting back to our roots and really making a meaningful difference in the way that we go about loyalty.
I actually don't think customer loyalty has changed. I do believe, however, that COVID-19 has really demonstrated the strategic importance of having a great loyalty program. The reason being, overnight, literally, businesses were unable to have those physical connections with their customers. Their stores were closed. People couldn't come in and interact in their places of doing business. And so those brands that actually had very strong digital connections found themselves at a huge competitive advantage. And the best way to build those strong digital connections is through an awesome loyalty program.
During this global pandemic, we're really seeing loyalty become more important than ever. Consumers have already established habits and developed relationships with the brands that they know and love. And we find that now they're making their purchase decisions based on those habits and those relationships. The brands that they know, the brands that they know what to expect from. They're looking for those rewards and discounts from their existing loyalty programs to save them money, but they're also looking for those value-added benefits, which save them time and provide added convenience. In many cases, consumers are also looking for their loyalty program to be the voice of the brand, to provide them with the critical information of what the brand is doing to keep them safe when stores will be reopening. Loyalty has really become a hub of not only communication and value, but of convenience for members.
in really just an instant, it felt like we all have changed the way that we live, we work, and we shop, in response to COVID. And, these changes have created a high level of uncertainty, not just for consumers, but also for businesses, and really even more for how businesses can best connect with their customers. If we think traditionally about what loyalty has meant, your best customers are going to be responsible for about 80% of your future profits. And really what that means is, in this time of uncertainty, these are the customers you should be doubling down on. You should look to deeply understand how their behavior is changing and what they need from you, and recognize that has changed as well. And when you can adapt your approaches, your strategies, your tactics, and your communications to those changing customer needs, that's going to ultimately build a much stronger relationship. That's, I think, particularly important in today's environment.